I would hope you could see me. I'm sitting right here in front of you. No, anyone like that.
Oh, I love that song.
That's a weird dude.
I forgot about that.
Really ads in my music. Are you fucking kidding me?
Put on something good. You should do some copywritten shit.
So my stream will get kicked off.
Nice.
Oh. Yep. Alright, I think it's after 5:30, so we're going to get started. We're doing Tour 11 gameplay as requested. I guess all the people from all those tour... Oh, thanks, Ekin. What's up, BJ? Good luck, Sky. No, I'm like one of 3 people that Sky actually doesn't play for. Hence my lack of Master Gold. Sky would have given me my money's worth and gotten me that Masters banner. Oops, wait. Dumbass, turn your speaker off on your computer. Alright, anyway, as I was saying, Tour 11 gameplay is requested. All those that were requesting all that Tour 10 gameplay, I guess it worked out because they're all in Tour 11 now, so we're going to try to do some of that. We've maneuvered ourselves down to a more appropriate amount of trophies for Tour 11, so we don't have a bunch of people going, oh, who's this asshole at 6270 playing in Tour 11? What a jerk. So hopefully no one notices us. I think most of you guys play Thor 5 or 6. Ekin, I think, plays Apoc. But Apoc isn't particularly good at the shootouts unless it's at least 6, maybe 7. So we're going to start out with some Thor and see how that goes. I've been kind of messing around with this Hammerhead lately since it's max, but it's pretty comparable to the Sniper. So more or less anything I do with this, you'll be able to do with Sniper. Cataclysm is wishy-washy unless you're really good with it at the shootouts. If you're not, I would probably stick with Sniper because there'll be more times where the Sniper wins in a shootout than there will be times where the Cataclysm wins on a long hole in regulation, if you get what I'm saying. If you're just playing the numbers, you're definitely going, Sniper is going to win out over time. Sure, you might get that one par 5 where the Cataclysm can get on the green and Sniper can't, and you might get a cheap win, but more often than not, a match is going to end up in a shootout. More often than not, if the 2 players are anywhere close to equal in skill, a Sniper is a far easier club to get close than a Cataclysm in a shootout. So just for those purposes, we're going to stick with Sniper / Max Hammerhead. Balls, we'll probably just play some Katanas, maybe we'll play some Kingmakers. Most of you guys have plenty of Kingmakers or you wouldn't be in 11. We got these new ones. Let's waste them. All right, let's go see if we can't get a match. Use Thor 6, Ekin. Okay, so Thor 7 and Thor 6 are pretty comparable. Minus the accuracy. But if you know your ring adjustments, then you can be really accurate with either. The only real advantage for the 7 over the 6 in Tour 11 is the top spin. But I'll you know, I'll not use max topspin very much. So the real important thing about 6 is the backspin. 6 and 7's backspin is where they really shine, and the, you know, additional ball guide you get over a 5 for shootouts, but really the backspin, because you can get away with a lot with all that backspin. All right. How's the music, Jeremy? Is it too loud? I can't really tell how it's coming through. I know sometimes it comes through loud as crap on Spencer's. This is a new copyright one that I just found. I haven't done this one before. So I'm not sure about the music, but we'll go. Thanks, bud. Slothness Monster. Who is Slothness Monster? That's a fun name. I like it. Oh, you're driving? Watching YouTube while you drive. That seems safe. Alright, there we go. Clash bot. Just after I told someone there are no bots, now we got a guy in here with the name bot. Turkey ball, interesting choice for this one. Alright, I'm going to say the make percentage from that particular spot is excessively low. So we'll take a slightly riskier approach here maybe. We'd have to use more than the Kingmaker. I don't think we have to be super risky here. And the first shot of the day is Viciously Great Bog, but I think we left enough room. Should be okay. Yeah, we're fine. Get just past that tree. There we go. We gave ourselves a chance. I mean, that's one. We could have used a Berserker, landed on an island, and tried to get all the way on the green. You got to be careful, though, because that's kind of an all or nothing. Then you're taking on a Turkey Ball in a shootout versus a Berserker. Oh, hey, Kevin. I'm sorry, I don't remember the Slothness Monster name anywhere. But yeah, it wasn't a terrible shot. Derek will be along at some point. I know he said he wanted to try to match up while we're on here. Yeah. I hate trying to chip on this one. Alright, so we're going to have to go in the air a little bit. Alright, now I don't use the rings for chips, so take this as you will. Out of the way, tree. Wow, still nowhere near enough. This green is stupid. I hate this green. Okay, BJ. Feel free. We match up. We can play 3 whole games. I mean, I get why they did it. It was for the greater good because people were matching their own profiles and winning weeklies like cheap turds, but still kind of sucks that you can't match with someone you like playing and play forever. I remember, shoot, I think I played like 15 or 20 games with Russell. You guys probably see his Gandalf profile. One time we were just both having fun and it was pretty evenly matched and we just played and played and played. Those days are gone. 3 matches. That's it. All right. All right. B52's got plenty of room, even from the third tee. Great ball, but that's okay. A little hot and a little left. Okay, we overcooked the roast to the left there. I gotta readjust these shootouts from the third tees. For those of you that don't know, I haven't played this Tour 11. I had been maxed for a long time, and when Tour 12 came out, I went straight into Tour 12 and finished that up. I'm just now backtracking to play this version of Tour 11 with the new holes and the third tee box. So we might have to dial some of these shootouts in as I play. Hopefully we get some of them more than once. That was not a particularly great effort. That is how I used to play this hole, though, even when it was a little closer. It was long iron and try to come off that hill and let it trickle down to the hole. That was a bad effort. A bad effort that apparently we're going to get away with. All right, we probably didn't deserve that one, but we'll take it. Putt Pirates. You want to play again, Clash Spot, or are you done? Nope. No more Clash Spot. Yeah, I got my messenger. It's not up on the computer, but whenever... Here, hold on. Let me stop. You're online. Yeah. Stop. I don't know why it does that now. Nope. This one. From third tee boxes. There's 2 ways you could play this, I guess. I mean, there's no way we're going to hit there in the air. So we can go all the way down here to the end of the fairway, or we can try to go through the trees. Let's try to go through the trees. I'm not even 100% sure what the best way to do it is. Oh, that's not coming back much. I thought that would hook more. Fucking wind. It was kind of close to what we wanted to do. The trees are thicker up closer to that bunker by the green, but down there towards the end, the trees thin out with 2 wide openings. We kind of overplayed that hook. But if we would have went through the opening a little bit to the left, it probably would have been in the rough, but it would have been an easy, straightforward chip back up the hill. If you go more behind the green where he's going, you end up with a downhill, maybe side hill putt or chip out of the rough, or if he misses left, maybe bunker. That wind's acting more like side wind than mostly headwind. Yeah, right in the bunker. I don't envy that shot. I mean, ours isn't going to go in either, most likely, but that bunker shot's a pain. And this is really all we can do here. Oh, that little bit of backspin was too much. He'd have been mad as shit if that would have went in. What's up, Derek? You hate this hole, Jeremy? I don't mind this hole. I actually get that chip to go a lot. Not the dumb curler around the tree chip, but normally I just hit it to where it just trickles through the trees, maybe stays in the rough, and then just make the rough chip. That wind didn't act like it was mostly headwind. It acted like it was more side wind for some reason. It held that ball up. But we'll play a little more aggressively to the left if we get this one again. At least he got a straight wind. Not a side wind. If he hits it perfect, he could get it to go. Nope. Close. Right, let's see what shootout we get this time. Oh, it's Brandy's favorite shootout. She loves this one.
Which one?
It's your favorite. The one that you love so much. It's not her favorite. The last tournament we had in this one, it cost her. It went.
That hole. I sand chipped it in twice. But
Yeah, she made some sand chips out of there, but.
fuck that.
All right, we moved about 12 miles an hour. We're not going to put any curl because the wind's going to provide the curl for us. And that'll probably hold. Notice I left the ball guide a little past the hole. You know, because the wind was slightly in my face. The more the wind is in your face, the less backspin I put, and the more I let the ball guide go past the hole a little bit. You know, and this is one where Thor is better than Apocalypse, unless you have like, I mean, Thor 6 is better than Apoc 6. Apoc 7 at this particular shootout is pretty comparable to Thor 6-ish, and Thor 7 is pretty much the best at this shootout. I mean, there's no beating that thing, but I would still prefer to have Apoc 6 on this shootout over Apoc 7. Just, you know, because if you have tailwind, you can play more. Thanks, Jeremy. You can play more backspin if you need to. Where Apoc 7, if you don't have enough, then you don't have enough. You can definitely get some crazy tailwind on this one sometimes. Although, the more the wind's in your face, actually, the easier this hole typically plays. You know, because the green runs away from you if you go just past the hole. The wind helps you check it up. So, it's always a little bit easier. That shot, Thor 7, 6, even down to 5 would have had enough backspin for that because we didn't use max backspin. shot would have basically been the same. You wouldn't have had as much ball guide to see it, but you still just Thor 5 I think is 3.8, Thor 6 is 4.1 if I remember. So you still would, you know, run about that much backspin, and then, you know, run the ball guide just past the hole a little bit, and then let the wind curve it back in. If the wind was going the other direction, obviously we would have gone way right in full curl to try to hold it. What's up, Sitlo? Yeah, hold it, you know, and get it to take a similar route. Straight headwind on that one with Thor, I typically play 4 backspin, and that's it. Even if the ball guide looks like it's kind of going past the hole, you know, 4 backspin, a good bit of side span, unless the wind's with you. And I put the second, or the second bounce in the ball guide just on the green, just past the fringe with 4 backspin with Thor, and that'll typically stop it around hole high. If it's a ton of headwind, maybe you adjust for an extra mile per hour, maybe 2. I'm talking 12, 13, 14 if you don't have a very wind resistant ball, because the more headwind you have, the more it shortens that bounce, which is why I say play a hair more wind. If there's more, you know, an 8 headwind, I would just do it like I normally would, 4 backspin right past the fringe. If it was 15, you know, I might make that same first initial adjustment, but instead of moving 15 miles an hour, I'd probably move 16, 16 and a half, maybe even 17, knowing that I'm going to need a little bit further up to get that same bounce distance, because the higher the wind, the shorter it makes your bounce. I think I did a video on wind versus how the wind curls the ball and how it shortens and lengthens the bounce based on head and tail. Hopefully if you made it to Tour 11, you've kind of picked up on that already. Chaos. Oh, sniping. I like it. Looks like a 308. That's hard to tell from the picture. All right, vicious headwind on this one with Thor. So I mean, going over there, you know, let's actually try to do the safe play. Let's go over here. Yeah, we probably could have definitely hugged over to the side more. That's one shot. We're playing a little safe right here because I want to show you guys, you know, sometimes if you don't have to make every shot. You know, sometimes, you know, it's, you know, like playing horse. Sometimes you just, you know, have to make any shot and then make your opponent make a shot versus trying to make some crazy shot. You know, not to say that he can't make this over there to the right and get on the green, especially killing the wind and a Pox extra curl, which he's not even utilizing. No, I don't feel like he's really trying to go all the way over there. He's trying to lay up too. And he has a pretty good layup. He'll have a little bit better angle. But I went a little bit more left, even though I meant to go a little further up, for a reason. If you can't reach this island, which we got crazy tailwind going on here, you can still go over here. This is going to be pretty tough to judge because we're not going to have any clue what's going on. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that. All right, now we have to figure out. Hey, I think we missed it too far. Great, maybe. No, it's going to be safe. That one actually held that up pretty nicely. I was worried that that great ball to the left might make us come pretty close to nicking the rough, but it actually landed pretty center. You know, that was obviously just an eyeball. I don't know about that. Well, you could use turkey balls. I mean, if you have a butt ton of turkey balls and you want to burn through them and not save them for tournaments, it's not a terrible ball. It's not the best ball tee to green. However, if you just play safe with a turkey ball and then make it to the shootout, you could have a small wind advantage in the shootout. For a lot of people, though, I think that's more a placebo than an actual advantage. You know, I think it's an advantage because they think it's an advantage. They think that they're going to hit a good shot because they have more wind resistance and they feel more confident and they do better. I don't think it's actually the little bit of wind resistance difference between a kingmaker and a turkey ball. I mean, they're going to have 9 and you're going to have 13. But as you saw in that last shootout, I got within a yard with a kingmaker. So being able to use them is different from a great ball. From a great ball. You mean the needle speed, Brett, on the turkey ball? I mean, on full overpower, I know the needle speed on the turkey ball is a little quicker. I mean, to me, the turkey ball and the bobble, the bandera, or, you know, tournament balls, typically for the par 3s, maybe a short par 4. If you can't drive the green and you just want to have less wind resistance on the second shot. But it's mostly a par 3 ball. Now let's see what kind of wind we get on this one. Headwind, good. I've actually wanted to see if... I remember you used to use Guardian on this hole. Now normally, like for this, you could use this and bounce off this little guy. And tailwind, you can do the bunker bump. I actually want to see about if this will work in headwind. All right, again, we're kind of eyeballing this. Ah, damn you, great ball. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So you can do the Thor shot if you have Thor 6 or greater, just like the, just like you used to do the Guardian when this was on from the second tee box. That shot's only going to work in headwind. If that had been tailwind, that would not have checked up. We would have definitely been in that bunker. FYI. Headwind only. I agree. I mean, if you got a, you know, if you've won some stuff, done good in tournaments, and you have Kingmakers coming out of your Yang, Kingmaker's always going to be the best random tour play ball, without wasting anything special. You know, and I got 6 packs of turkeys that I'll probably save for tournaments. I have 2 of those packs I didn't even get this time. I had 2 packs from last time. We had turkey balls the year before, still left over. So obviously it's not a ball you use that often. But yeah, if I was playing this tour play and I wasn't whatever sidewind, I mean, it depends. I don't think that shot that I just did would check up in straight sidewind. It'd have to be at least half side, half headwind to even think about it. And you'd have to cut it real close. Maybe closer than I just did. And I wasn't really that far onto the green. I don't win tournaments, though. No, but you've placed pretty well in some. You have some Kingmakers tucked away. Don't give me that. And your win percentage in tour play is relatively decent, you know, so you're not losing them left and right. You know, you can win with a Titan ball or a Katana, and use Kingmakers only when absolutely necessary to to protect your stash. But yeah, the sand bump, if you have any kind of side/side tail, the bunker bump should be fine. Especially if the side wind is going towards the green, then that's a definite green light on the bunker bump. That one that I showed you guys in the chat the other day that almost went in was mostly side wind, maybe like a hair tail. And it just brings it perfectly right at the green. So the ball is picking up momentum at the end, and it really hops up there. If it was strong side wind away, you're gonna have to really use some side spin and some curl. If you're using hammerhead or cataclysm or sniper, something that has a decent amount of top spin, it'd probably still be fine. Side head, I think you could probably still do it, but your target area shrinks. You really have to hit in that, like that last yard of the bunker. If you hit too deep in the bunker with anything headwindy, it's not going to want to roll out. You know, if it does roll out of the way, it's barely going to trickle on and roll down and still be 6-7 yards away. What's up, Brett? Other Brett. Both Bretts have 2 T's. Just one Brett versus the other Brett. That's all. We're not taking T's away from anybody today. But, all right, let's get back to plans. I'm just talking about this one stupid hole. But, obviously, if you're playing Thor 6 or Thor 7 and you get headwind on that hole, it seems like that's probably the safest, easiest way to get relatively close. Next time, I'll try not to hit it great and maybe even aim a little more left. You don't want to go quite as far up the hill as I did, because if that would have missed the hole, we'd have probably been looking at 3.5 to 4.5 yards out. It would have trickled down that hill a little bit. To get it to stay on that same ridge with the hole, you have to land low on the hill. So we got lucky it went in, it hit the hole dead center. If it would have nicked the hole, we'd have probably been looking at close to a 5-yarder. We're both beasts, though. Nope. All right. $11 is where the tournament is this time, isn't it? Maybe we'll get some of the tournament holes. Yeah, they probably won't. They won't be from the same tee box from you guys playing expert, but it's always good to refresh yourself on what they look like and kind of how they play, even if it's not apples to apples tee box wise. Now this one in headwind is kind of stupid, because you can actually get enough headwind that you can't hit the damn fairway in the air, especially with Thor, which is kind of retarded. Well, with this much headwind, I don't know if we could hit that island. 2T beast. Oh, I didn't even see the Gators. Thanks, Brett. I love the Gator hype. Go Gators. We got Michigan in our bowl game. The last 2 times we played Michigan, they beat the crap out of us, so maybe this is our year for revenge. Yeah. We can't even hit that island. Can't even hit that island. Alright, let's see what we got in here. What's in the stash for such a stupid occasion? It's less wind. Less distance, too. Just because Sitlow said it, though. Top spin! Ha! Top spin for the win. Yeah, I could have used a season 1 ball, but Sitlow was talking shit about the turkey ball, so I busted one out just for him. Now, it's not a placebo effect for me. If I make it to the shootout, I will have an advantage over this guy's Titan ball if we get a high wind shootout. Yeah, good luck, Brett. Don't get knocked out in the first round like I did. Oh, yeah, you too, Sitlow. Oh, splat. Kershblunk. He seems surprised by that. I am not as surprised by that. Oh, I thought that was going to happen. It looked like that bunker messed up that adjustment, but we'll let our buddy feel special. like we wanted to hang out with him. Should have just hit that one on the green. That's what you get for trying to get cute with stuff. Yeah, I remembered after I said it, Brett. Oh, look at them. In our stupid faces. That's what we get for dicking around. You didn't tune in to see that shit? Yeah, I guess not. And we grade balled it. Had the right adjustment. Would have hit it perfect. Dummy. Let's see if this isn't emboldened Gaffey to want a rematch. Oh, come on, really? That ended like a 5-game winning streak, too. All right. Note to self, you guys breaking into 11, don't take dumb, stupid shots trying to get it to drop. The smart play there would have definitely just been hit it on the green with him in the bunker, because 9 times out of 10, they don't make that chip and you win. That actually, you know, even dicking around, normally you end up with a tie. That one kind of flipped the script on us a little bit. We went from easy win to, hell, how the hell did I lose? But that's okay. He's feeling pretty good about himself right now, so hopefully he'll go on a good winning streak. City Park, sweet, we got a hole from the tournament. It always, I don't know, you always feel kind of boosted when you win a match you weren't supposed to. Like, you knew you were fucked, but somehow you won it, and then you're like, sweet, I won it. No, and actually with Thor. I think it was one of the few times we haven't seen someone playing a Pac. And he got a little overzealous with the topspin. Yeah, one of the key rules to shit's rigged. It's not rigged. I played stupidly, and he made a great shot at the end. Yeah, it's one of the rules about playing with a Pac 6 and 7 is just because you have topspin doesn't mean you have to use it. Also, just because you have a fairway doesn't mean you have to land on the very last inch of it. You get some topspin going, land a little further back like that. Give yourself a little more room for it to roll out. Now you got to club it a little distance, a little topspin. You don't have to have this one on the last edge of the fairway, even in headwind. We got another side wind, but even in a hat, and we could have landed right where he's aiming right now. Topspin it around. Tailwind, we could hit it a little, you know, right in front of that bunker with some backspin. This hole has lots of options for your second shot. You don't have to, quote unquote, get as far down as possible. Luckily, he got a friendly win, so even with his Nirvana, he shouldn't have too much trouble getting himself a decent chip shot. That good ball is actually going to help him. Oh, no, too good. He hit the... I thought it was going to go just over the bunker. Of course, we couldn't see how much topspin he had. Alright, now, I mean, if you're not really good at adjusting without looking, without seeing, you know, something like that. But we're actually going to do something more like this. Get in there. Yeah, it is a little safer and easier than playing right. You know, especially if you're trying to go right, Derek, where you go all the way down and get on that bottom fairway. Obviously, if you roll all the way down that hill, whether you stay in the rough or stay in the fairway, it doesn't matter. You'll easily be able to get on the green, typically even in headwind. But if you don't, and you mess that shot going to the right up, and it doesn't get down the hill, and you stay in the rough, there's a bunch of different winds, anything head, that you might have a hard time getting close. And that could definitely lead to you losing a hole without even making it to the shootout. Like I said, I like that shot to the left when you're playing safe, just because you have lots of different ways to get on the green. If you get a little bit of tailwind like we had, you can play it the way I just did. If I would have gotten vicious headwind, I still could have gotten on the green. You know, like you stay in the fairway no matter what, you can get on the green no matter what on this hole. If you go right and you get on the fairway, you're golden. If you go right and you get in the rough and don't get to the bottom of that hill in the rough, you're in deep doo-doo, more than likely. Or you're going to have to make a very long third shot to tie it up. Just don't do what our opponent did and go 10 miles into the rough and then mess up the next shot. He could have played that much more conservatively. I mean, he hit a good ball, for goodness sakes. I mean, he would have, you know... Sometimes you have to, on that hole, don't necessarily play to get on the green. Just go to that big fat fairway next to the green to the right. Take the bunker out of play. It's an easy chip from over there. You know, don't try to win every hole in regulation. Sometimes just take your medicine, go to your shootout. Not a fan of this hole. Yeah. Everybody has those holes. They're like, oh, look at this. Thor 7 versus Thor 7. We probably won't see this a ton tonight. How many games did you play to get that? 5, 6. He probably got it in the shop a couple times. Maybe had a couple good tournament chests. We played 6,000, so yeah. But I think I've had Thor 7 since about the amount of games he's had, so... Yep, he's making the right play. Play it safe. With that wind, trying to go to that other fairway, I don't think would really... I mean, would it get over? Yeah. But is it the smart shot here? Probably not. I think our opponent's making the smart play here. If you played this one in the... Well, actually, that last tournament, I think we were all trying to drive the green on this one. But if you played this one... Since they added those bushes from over here, they're actually not really in the way. I mean, you'd have to hit a really bad shot for those bushes to bother you. That should be fine. All right, Derek. No worries, buddy. Man, is this guy a copy in my bag or what? Thor, Hammerhead, B-52. My Hammerhead and B-52 have got him by a little bit, but I'm pretty sure he's copying my bag down to the last club. Fun. He's a smart guy. No, I don't know. I didn't actually like Hammerhead at 6 better than Sniper. I figured I'd just stick with Sniper. Only now at 7, and the two tiny advantages. The disadvantage is obviously the ball guide. Not that 4.1 isn't more than enough, but 4.5 is pretty boss. I said boss. No one says that anymore. I feel like I'm on Saved by the Bell. Fucking Zach Morris over here in 1992. I'm saying boss. But the advantages are the extra 3 yards in carry distance, and it has more top spin. So in a pinch, it will go much further, especially in headwind. Too hot. Too hot. Shut up, Sitlo. I caught myself when I said it. I mean, it was partly being funny, but partly I caught myself and I was like, that's not funny. The hell. Anyway. Yeah, little side spin, little curl. That's where that Sniper ball guide would have probably been an advantage. I would have probably noticed that I was coming in a little hot, but overall, I'm not hating Hammerhead 7. It's doing a pretty good job. That was right, you dick. Don't make me bust out Totally Tubular. I'm not sure what Bizarro World is, Michael, but saying it more times won't make me know what it is. Is that a movie? All right, Hammerhead 6 versus Hammerhead 7 on this one. I don't think I'm going to change my approach to this one from when it was from the second tee box. Pretty sure I'm still going to do the exact shot he's doing. Why not? We have all the same clubs. Of course he's going to play it the way I would play it. Now, if memory serves on this one, I always played a hair extra win from the second tee box. So I'm imagining I'm Seinfeld episode where everything is the same. Oh, okay, I got you. Bizarre World referring to the club situation, not my use of 80s slang terms. All right. I feel like something like that. There we go. Not terrible. We'll take it. Welcome back, Brett. No, not anything with distance. We were just talking about that, Scott, a couple minutes ago. I have a maxed Hammerhead, so I'm trying it out, messing with it, because I never really played with it before. But that's pretty comparable to the Sniper. Sniper has a slightly better ball guide. Hammerhead has a little more carry distance and a little more top spin. But more or less comparable. So if you don't have a maxed Hammerhead, Sniper would be the way to go. The other real options are Guardian and Cat. I don't like Guardian for the new Tour 11 from the third tee box because there's so many places where you need some top spin. It wasn't terrible. I mean, and when I say that, I just don't mean how close I got, but the smarter player there would have been to run it just behind the hole to make sure. If I would have came up a half yard short on that adjustment, it would have rolled back down the hill, and his shot might have won. When your opponent has a mediocre shot to the right, play that one to where it runs and just nudges that back fringe. That's what I mean by not terrible, because I didn't really, even though I got super close, I didn't play it as smart as I should have, Jeremy. But Cataclysm, if your Cataclysm is at 6 or 7, you have enough ball guide to be pretty decent at the shootouts, and that extra distance could save you. Although I don't think two players of equal skill, the one with the Cataclysm is going to win, 5 or 6 out of 10 against a equally skilled player with a sniper. But so if I had to go whatever, I would probably go. If you got Thor 5 or 6, Thor, unless you have a Pock 6 or 7. I think I've put up a chart before, for you guys before. Thor 5 over a Pock 4. For this course, I would say a Thor 5 over a Pock 5 too, even though it's a little longer. A Pock 6 over Thor 5, Thor 6 over a Pock 6, Thor 7 over, or a Pock 7 over Thor 6, Thor 7 over Pock 6. You get the idea. So I would go Thor 5 or 6 if you got it. If you don't, you probably shouldn't be an 11. Sniper, if B-52 is at level 6 or 7, you could go there. If not, Goliath for what I would play. If this was like my first playthrough on Tour 11 and I had Thor 5 and a Pock 5, I'd play Thor 5. Cataclysm 4 or 5 and Max Sniper, I'd play Sniper. B-52 at 6 probably has enough backspin because there aren't very many shots on this course that require any backspin from a long iron. And it'd be, a little more accurate, so I'd probably go B-52 6. But if not, if it's 5 or less and you don't have any backspin, Goliath is probably the most versatile long iron in the game. Yeah, this account has Thor 7, so obviously I'm playing that. Thor and a Pock 6. I would still prefer Thor 6 on this particular course. Yeah, but I mean, definitely a Pock 6, it would be the minimum of Pock that I would use over a Thor 6. Thor 6 and a Pock 6 and a Pock 7, it's really dealer's choice. Whichever you're more comfortable with, whatever you're better with. Thor has the advantage in the shootouts. Thor 6 and a Pock 6, Thor's a little better in the shootouts. A Pock 6 is a little bit better at the course, because there are some courses that require some carry distance and some curl. So you have to be pretty proficient with your Thor to make sure you get to all the shootouts. But if you're getting to the shootout most of the time with Thor, I would take my Thor into a shootout against a Pock 6. Even my Thor 6 on my other account, not Thor 7, I would take that into the shootout gladly. But I've also been more of a Thor player than a Pock player most of my Golf Clash career, so I'm pretty proficient with it. If you've been a Pock player the whole time and you're not as proficient with Thor, then stick with what you're good at. A Pock 6 is, and the reason Brett's saying that about a Pock is because at 6 is where you have enough backspin that it's useful in the shootouts. A Pock 5's Achilles heel isn't so much the lack of ball guide, because you can learn that. Its real Achilles heel is that 4 backspin. In certain situations, that's no bueno. You really got to try to come up with some creative nonsense. But a Pock 6 has plenty of backspin for the shootouts. A Pock 7 even better, and some decent ball guide on a Pock 7. I think it's 3.8, which is more than enough to get you lined up pretty good. That's a good shot. He'll have a chance for the eagle. But yeah, Thor 6, Sniper, B-52 6 or Goliath. That's a good safe bag that'll win a lot of matches. Ugh. Probably could have used another side spring or two, but that's all right. Yeah, if you've been a long-time Thor player, adjusting to a POC can be kind of yeah. That's I actually said that, I think, in chat or on the page the other day. I was like, you played Thor to win and a POC for fun. It might have been in chat. Because that's what I wasn't playing with my Thor the other day. When I first came back down to 11, I was playing all the POC, just bombing everything, having a little fun. I mean, I was winning with a POC 7 and Thor 7. There's really no excuse not to win with either of those. Obviously, they're the two best clubs in the game, driver-wise. But for you guys that are breaking into Thor 11, I really feel like you'll win more games with Thor than you will a POC, unless you've really been a POC player the whole time. Just because, it's going to be easy to, with the extra ball guide, it's going to help you a little bit. Line up your shots. Yeah, let's try to really backspin the crap out of this. All right, we're going to pass the hole. There. Yeah, we're really going to give this one some extra. See if we can really get some backspin. If we'd have lined it up a little bit better, it might have been okay. Wow, that's still almost shorted. Yeah, no doubt, Brett. A POC 6 and 7 are super fun clubs and huge tournament advantages. Like I said, Thor for... Was he rocking a Grizzly? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Was he really? Maybe he thought the update went through and Grizzly's now awesome. Maybe he didn't get the memo that they didn't do it. But, yeah, I always like Thor for Thor play when I'm serious. I maxed 12. That first week that 12 came out, I maxed it and I used Thor. I didn't use Apocalypse at all. I used Cataclysm because none of the shootouts, or hardly ever, would shootouts. And I went with Thor because it was good at all the shootouts in Thor 12. Alright, it's going to shorten our bounce a little bit. That should be okay, hopefully. For some reason, I feel like this might come up short. No, it didn't come up short. Never mind. I did give it a hint of... I didn't really break the thing with Overpower, but... I started giving you Thor cards entirely. That sucks. You know that feeling? Your wife tells you, damn, that came up short a lot. Poor Brett. One more reason Brandy's a lucky woman. Luckily, she's napping behind me, not paying attention to me making dick jokes. Or she's pretending to sleep and listening to me make dick jokes and just letting it slide. She sleeps super light. You'd be amazed. Even though she seems like she's asleep, she's probably listening to every word I say right now. For months? Oh, that's garbage. What's your trophy count right now? At any rate, I think we've been inside a yard on most of our shootouts, except for the hole-in-one. So it doesn't seem like the shootouts have really gotten any harder from the third tee box. Of course, I say that with Thor 7 and a Max Hammerhead. You know, I know for some of you guys that might not be quite as easy, but hey, it's Clashbot again. The old putt pirate himself. You've only got 50 trophies? I feel like if you're talking about Tour 11, you probably have more than 50 total trophies. Oh, 5087. I'm saying, I'm willing to bet you have more than 50. Okay, well then, yeah, I mean, you got that many trophies. There's no reason it shouldn't be showing up in your shop. I mean, you're almost done with Tour 11. I don't know, bud. This game's stupid sometimes. Luck is sometimes your friend, sometimes it's not. Get in the fairway. Oh. Yeah, this is a win that's actually a little helpful, so we'll try. Yeah, I think we're gonna need a little more top. Yeah, let's try. Let's try 4 and 4. What? Get in the fairway, you sucker. Okay. Should have gone even more topspin. That shot from the third tee box is kind of a pain in the ass. Oh, like, and we got the win. We could have played it safe like we did last time. I figured with that helping win, we'd give it a try. $30 yards? Oh, I have no clue about that. I've never investigated. Let's aim over here. And we're going to miss on the left side a little bit. Try to add some curl. Oh, we still went in the stupid rough. Really? Horseshit. Oh, yeah, that's the one thing. That's one shot where playing a pock is going to be an advantage over Thor because of the extra carry distance. Makes that shot easier, plus the curl. He was using a Grizzly. Well, okay, if Lord said it, then I'm sure it's probably accurate. The guy knows his stuff. Yeah, so I mean... Oh, that was super close. Super, super close. That great ball and everything to the damn right today. Yes, Scott. The carry distance is significantly less for the Thor, which is why I went full overpower on that shot. I hit the shot I wanted. I just shorted the topspin. I haven't really got this course, all the shots down from the third tee box yet, since I just started messing around in here so I could stream it for you guys. From the second tee box, that wouldn't, that would have been more than enough topspin, because I would have easily landed much further up, even without the overpower. You know, you land right on that corner and you barely have anything to hop over. Because I landed so far back, even with max overpower, I needed more topspin to compensate for hopping from further back. You know, now that I know that, I'll be sure and make that adjustment on the next one. And honestly, I should have erred on the side of caution and used extra. Just because if I would have gone, holy shit, really? That still wasn't enough? I moved like a million rings. Wow, that was terrible. I'm thinking that I might start using Thor to bunker bump this one. I mean, if the wind's affecting the ball more, and we moved 13 miles an hour and some change, 12, and we were 4 miles an hour worth of adjustment off. I mean, all he has to do is basically hit this ball and he's going to beat us, but... Yeah, he had a pretty good shot. I like it. Yeah, next time we get this one, we're doing a bunker bump. Forget that. I guarantee you we can get inside of 5 yards every time just using Thor and just bumping it out of the bunker. It'll be at minimum distance too, which means we won't have to adjust that much. Yep. Oh, he left quick. Let's see what we got at his chest. Oh, some quarterbacks. Yeah, we're almost at 10,000 lizards. And some marlins. Yay, marlins. Yeah, he beat me with the turkey ball. So far, the turkey ball is not doing so bad, is it, Sitlow? Would listen to Jeremy's answers. I don't know. I mean, do you want to take advice from a guy that spent 18 months in Tour 10? I mean, he should have the answers to Tour 10 by now. Outlaw for life. On a steel horse he rides, cause he wanted. I don't know. That seemed appropriate for some reason. Alright, we're gonna have one. Yeah, we don't want to go too much. Whoa. I think that much curl was probably too much. Alright, now we're going to have an interesting time with this one. We won't be doing that hop over the bunker shot this time. We will be using topspin and going on around, but that's fine. Even in crazy headwind, we'll be alright there. You just finished after 6 months solid? Yeah, I was just giving Jeremy shit. Tour 10 is really a bitch for most people. Yeah, it didn't take you that many games. That's what you get for only playing 80 games in 3 months, though. Where's your dedication? Nope, there's your shot, Derek. In this particular instance, it actually worked out because he's in pretty good shape. Well, we great balled it on the wrong side. Hit the fairway. Nope. Should have took our time more. That was fucking crap. Crapola. Derek wins gold and his shit talking starts flowing. Yeah, it's hard not to be riding high and talk shit when you just won your first gold. You feel all hopped up on the Mountain Dew. Derek's gonna go crazy like a spider monkey. No, well, we were playing this hole terribly. Our shot selection has been pretty bad. Oh, it stays in the bunker by the slightest hair, making his shot a little more difficult, and hopefully he misses it. Because right now we need the help. How much arch do we have? A little bit. Yeah. Fairway slants a little bit that way. Wow, really? I know we great balled it, but I thought it'd be a little closer than that. Been talking shit since we met. It's not that you haven't been talking shit the entire time, Derek. It's that it actually has some credibility behind it now. No one's talking about pro. Get out of here. Oh, hell, did he make that? No, he didn't make that. Well, that sucks. Let's see if Tommy's filling in bolding after his victory. Yeah, I've noticed Tour 11's the land of no one wanting to play you after they get a win. Holy mess, we've dropped 2 in a row. Ludicrousness. All right, let's get it back right here. Against Zach. Tampa Bay for life. I don't know what it is. This one again. Oh, this time in a headwind. Slow up. Man, I got a little bit closer than I thought. Huh. Oh, really another ad? Get out of here. We're trying to listen to crappy music. And our opponent went for it and fell into the trap. That's narrow. Oh man, we should have given it a little more topspin. I wanted it to roll down that hill right there. I didn't want it to go shooting over the whole world either, though. Alright, so not a terrible shot selection. That was close. To the right of that fairway isn't exactly the safe shot. I mean, you end up in a bunker like he did, or in the rough like I did last time. It depends on what wind you get, really. Tailwind, I would try to go to the right. Headwind, with Thor, it's a little safer to go left. I mean, with Apocalypse, you can be a little more aggressive on that hole, Scott, and go to the right more. With Thor, you have to really be careful. Because in order to go to the right in headwind, you have to play a butt ton of topspin. But even if you make it over, when it hits, like if you play enough topspin to get over the corner, it's going to go through the fairway and into the rough. If you don't play enough, it's going to plop in the bunker. So there's almost no right call for Thor and headwind there from the start tee box. Like I said, that shot I just played, even in headwind can be played. You know, you can come in curl hard. I thought he had already taken a shot. I hope I didn't say good game before he took a shot. That'd been a dick move. Wasn't paying attention. You know, and I was like one topspin away. Normally that will trickle down that hill and be right on the fringe or on the green. So that is a secondary way to play it. And if you are one of those people that play Cataclysm, obviously you can get away with a lot on that hole by playing safe to the left and then using the Cataclysm to just come in from that side I just came in from, get on the green easy enough. I mean, that shot would have been a real piece of cake with a Cataclysm. So, hammering holes. That poor little banged girl with the glasses. Oh, here we go. I feel like that might be too much topspin. Oh, we nicked the bunker. I guess it wasn't too much topspin. We should have went full top. I don't have any experience playing this hole with Thor. This is a similar win to the tournament, but I played a full slice Apocalypse shot to get on the green every time, so I don't... I mean, I suppose that could work with Thor too. I would have no clue about the adjustment. And then I was using Berserker, not Kingmaker. Full topspin, I think that shot might have had a chance. It would have probably gotten up in the rough, maybe trickle into the fairway as long as I didn't hit that tree. I think you definitely have to risk going a little more to the right than what we did. He's definitely on a line that's too far left. Yep. Alright, so we're both all up in the sand. Yeah, staying out of trouble, Scott, for sure. That is not a bad idea. Just remember, most, in the higher tours, people are pretty good. Most holes are going to end in shootouts. I'm just guessing. I don't know. We can't hit perfect anyway, so there's no sense in worrying about a perfect adjustment. And that's going to be way left. No, it actually stayed right of the hole. Really? Anyway. But, yeah, I mean, in the final tours, everyone's pretty good. Most people are going to get the expected score on every hole. So 90% of your games are going to be decided by shootouts. So making sure you make it to the shootout, definitely a good idea. Nothing worse than losing regulation, not even getting a chance at a shootout. It's going to happen sometimes, but, avoid it as much as possible. Learn the course, and I don't just mean the tee shots when you really bomb something awesome, but learn how to play the second shots from when you have to play a safety tee shot, especially if you're playing Thor's hammer. Like that shot I just tried on that par 5 a minute ago. I mean, I made the eagle with a chip. If that would have worked exactly how I was supposed to, it would have been a putt. But, that's the way to play that hole without the island. And I could have played that shot even if it had been headwind. I would have had to use more topspin and, to try to compensate for the headwind. That's still doable, though, if you're that far down in that fairway. Sometimes you get a favorable win and you're on a winning streak. Take a chance. Take a shot. You might learn a new way to play a hole, a way that in certain wins you can get an extra and finish someone off. But if the wind seems unfavorable and, just remember, no matter what wood you're playing, it's going to go a lot further than your rough iron. All right, good. We got this one again. Hopefully it's not freaking tailwind. Nope, more headwind. Perfect. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, not enough topspin. Not enough topspin. I still like the shot, though. It might take us one or two more to hone that in a little bit better. Being at minimum distance, we still adjusted a little too much. But I like it. I like the chances of that staying up to the right once we get the adjustment down. I like the chances of it going in. Yeah, the wind over affects the ball right here. We should have played a little more aggressively up towards the rough. Obviously, we won't be able to do this shot in any kind of tailwind. Looks like our opponent might be learning from our mistake. He played further up, and he adjusted for enough wind. He's definitely got us. Oh, yeah, that great ball to the right actually helped his cause a good bit. He'll be able to stay on top of the hill. Yep. It doesn't seem like a terrible way to play this one. Hammering holes. Hammer them, baby. I don't know. I like rough bumps, so yeah. I mean, that's my play. The thing about the third tee box is a full distance wood is going to be more greatly affected by the wind than a minimum distance driver. So you don't have to adjust very much for the minimum distance driver. Just like a full distance wedge shot, the wind moves the ball a lot more than a minimum distance short iron. So if you have enough room to switch to the short iron, thorn with some backspin versus, full distance in-bringer with some topspin, it's going to move. You have way less adjustment to make, which narrows your margin of error, giving you a better chance to make an accurate shot. And plus, with the rough bump right there, sand/rough bump, you don't have to worry about the bounce being real jacked up. Now in tailwind, obviously we're gonna have no choice. In fact, in tailwind, we could still play that shot. It'll just be with the long iron or with the wood instead of the driver. But for tailwind, I'm thinking I'll still go off the island. Once I figure out how much extra wind that hole plays from the third tee box, it looks like at least 2 miles per hour, maybe more in headwind with the wood. But tailwind, it might only move it 2 or 3 extra. We just got to figure out how many extra miles per hour. Once you know how many extra miles per hour, then you can make the adjustment with that. Just like on Tour 10, those long iron shootouts, I always played 1.5 to 2 extra miles per hour, head and tailwind. And, once you figure out what that little bit of extra is, you hone it in. I was inside of, a yard 75% of the time on those 2 shootouts. Once I figured out exactly how much extra is needed. And now we just kind of have to do the same thing on that one. Yeah. And that's why, Scott, I don't know if you noticed when I was doing my in-bringer chip shot that I made for Eagle a minute ago, or when I've done some of my Nirvana shots. Notice I'm not playing the rings at all on those kind of shots. I pulled the screen back, and when you see me kind of looking at the shot sideways, that's me looking at how much arc the ball guide has as the ball travels through the air, not the rollout. The higher the arc, the more I need to adjust for the wind. And I kind of use the green squares on the green as kind of a makeshift about how far to go kind of thing. But that's all I'm doing, because I play those shots by feel and not by rings. I am literally just checking to see how high the arc is, because I know I have to adjust more the higher the ball goes. The more, just like regular golf, the more a flop shot it is. That's a really good shot. All right, now we have some pretty severe tailwind on this one. Oh, sure, bud. Have a good night, Michael. Yeah, we finally did that shot right. That was just too favorable a wind to play safe. With that wind, we really had no choice. We had to kind of go right. Yeah, I did an entire video on that a while back, maybe before you were in Phoenix, Scott. People were asking, because I typically make a lot of wedge and short iron shots, and people notice, like, you're not moving rings. And I'm like, a lot of times I don't on those. Short iron, anything over mid distance, yeah, I'll probably use the rings, but sand shots, rough iron shots, any kind of wedge shots, no rings whatsoever. They're out the window. Not even as a reference point. It's really just checking to see how high the ball is going to go in the air, and moving an appropriate amount of squares on the green away, and adjusting the ball guide a little past the hole or a little short of the hole for tail or head, knowing that the rollout will be a little more, a little less. Now that does take a little time and trial and error. like right here, obviously I'm leaving a decent amount of extra. See, that would actually, with no wind, hop right over the hole. But knowing that the wind's going to take away some of my bounce, I'm leaving a little extra bounce. Even though this isn't max distance, I'm playing pretty right on max distance ring-wise. I feel like that's going to be left of the hole, though. Yep. That shot always kicks a little left. I got to remember to always put that like one right spin on there. That's how I play. I know other people that have mastered using the rings from super close distance with wedges and whatnot and adjust that way. I mean, some people are good enough, they just dunk all those shots and always make them. I don't know. That's like my one kryptonite. I think I'd played 5,000 games and was a max trophy player before I got my first dunk achievement of 5 dunks. I've never been a big fan of dunking. Not so much from a skill point of view, like it can't be done. It's just, I don't know. I know this game is meant to be arcadey and cartoonish, but that just seems too silly and cartoonish to me when I'm playing them. I don't know. Okay, good. If you're already a field player, then, I've always been a field player with those shots too, but that's one of the things I check to give my feel a little bit more of an educated guess. I take a peek back and, a little side glance and see how high off the ground that arc is. And then over time, you're just kind of okay, that arc, means it'll move about this much. And you put it together pretty quick, as the arc changes. You figure it out pretty fast what your arc adjustment is for what. Alright, that great ball might mess us up a little bit here. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, we shorted it. That great ball hurt us. We caught too much fringe. We tried to get too cute and get too close to the hole because we went first. Just rolling it safely into that back fringe probably would have been the play. Now all he has to do is play safe. I don't know if you adjusted on this one, but I've kind of figured out that's about almost right about a 2 miles an hour extra almost with the wind. 1.5 to 2 miles an hour extra you want to play wind wise as far as your landing spot. Obviously we were too overzealous with the backspin there. This soundtrack is terrible. I'm not using this one again. Yeah, I tried to get too cute. Shut up, Brett. I know what I did. Great balling the crap out of it and nicking so much fringe didn't help. Or should have been like his was. How long have we been going on the stream? I don't even know. Let's see what we got in the shop. What we get? Yeah, Mac P52. Thanks for nothing. Thanks for nothing. I mean, on the tee shot, you mean, Scott? Or like on shootouts? Because it's not all shootouts. Some shootouts you play, normal wind. That one's a little bit downhill. You can't. It's not super obvious from the normal view, but if you zoom in on that one, it's pretty downhill. Look at this ugly ass wind. This is some ugly, ugly wind. Nah, I think our opponent's going with the spray and pray method. Just hit it hard and see what happens. With a Kingmaker and Thor Severance top spin, we might be able to get away with the shot he just did. We did not want to miss great in that direction. Whatever, we got away with it. Yeah, it had nothing to do with the third tee box as to why I played an extra mile and a half an hour, almost 2 miles an hour on that shootout to get my landing spot right. The time we were inside the yard and the time we just jacked it up. Our landing spot was perfect on both. It was just a matter of me playing the right spin on the first one and the wrong spin on the second one. But the elevation change, even when that one was from the second tee box, I played like an extra mile an hour of wind because of the small elevation change. The elevation changes are exaggerated the further you go back in the tee box. Because as you go back in tee boxes, the tee boxes not only get further back, they typically get a little higher on some holes. We're still getting a lot of this stuff down. We've hit a couple bad shots and shootouts. We've hit a lot of them inside of a yard. Obviously, on this tour, I'm pretty sure inside a yard is going to win almost all of them. We shorted it. That might have had a chance. I'm actually surprised that came up that short, though. Lay it before the tree? You could. As long as... Here's the problem with laying up completely. If you mess up the layup and don't hit that fat spot in the fairway, and you end up in either of those early bunkers, you will probably not get on the green unless you have a massive tailwind. That's the risk there. So you're going to lay that up, you better make darn sure you lay it up good. The shot I hit, I could have messed up. If you go in that last bunker or hit that rough by the tree, good shot. Nice bunker shot. You can, you can still get on the green. So, I don't know, Jeremy. You got to be pretty confident that you're going to lay that up perfectly. Yeah, the rough bump is a good shot from right there. Yeah, severe headwind. I mean, you feel like you have no choice. Just be real careful that you go long into the rough, if anything. Don't land in that bunker short, that first bunker to the left. Do whatever you got to do to get past that. Or even that bunker to the right of the tree. Whatever you got to do, don't go in those two bunkers because it'll be too hard of a shot if you have a headwind. All right. Okay, so he's going to use Guardian. There's a couple ways to play this hole. I tried it with wind helping towards the hole. I haven't tried it with wind working against me yet. But that shot's actually going to the left over there with the driver and playing a lot of backspin. We'll see what our opponent does. I don't know if Thor is going to have enough curl to overcome a wind that's not helping, though. No, the shot our opponent's playing is probably the safer one. And he has not hit a terrible shot for this hole, believe it or not. I think we'll probably play it off that end like he did. But what I'm talking about is you can do like one of these if the wind's a little more friendly. Oh, hey, you know what? No, I don't think we can. Wow, we're going to have no idea what this... I have no idea what this is going to do. So we're just going to hit it and hope for the best, I guess. Not terrible. There was 2 side spin, about 1 backspin. We'll try, Jeremy. We'll try, buddy. We're messing around, playing with some stuff right now. I can always remax this stupid tour, any other tour when I want to. That good game is a little late. I don't know why I bothered. Have a good night, Jeremy. And this is why I've always been a better tour player than a tournament player. I think we've hit like 8 or 9 shots inside of a yard tonight, or right around a yard, plus the hole-in-one. And we've also hit about 5 that were like outside of 6 yards. You know, you can be hot and cold in tour play as long as you're a little more hot than cold. Tournaments, though, that's detrimental. You hit 8 great shots and bomb the 9th hole in your whole tournament shot, so... Get in the fairway. I missed great on purpose, thinking I needed to, and I actually didn't. All right, Scott, no worries, bud. Have a good night. Oh, no problem, bud. You guys are very welcome. Maybe I'll hit a few good shots on one of these streams, and you'll learn what to do, and you can also learn a lot of what not to do. Trial and error. Hey, what's up, Sean?
Ooh, Brad, check it out. With Nationwide, you can save 20% by bundling your home and auto insurance. Bundling home and auto. 2 songs in one. Like a mashup.
Are you in Tour 11 as well, Sean?
What's a mashup? I'm all of us.
That Peyton Manning commercial is probably better than the songs on this freaking playlist. A little hot and not quite far enough over. Grinding toward 10, prepping for 11. Yeah, a lot of the people in this stream, if you look on my page, there's about 7 or 8 hours worth of Tour 10 play. Because a lot of the guys that asked me to do this Tour 11 stream were also stuck on 10. And, so, Sean, feel free to go back, and when you have a minute, you can look through some of those. Just fast forward through the crap shots and get to the good shots. I'm pretty sure I talked through all my adjustments on the shootouts, though, and a lot of them on those streams were pretty good, so that could help you out a little bit. I know Tour 10's a soul-sucking douche. think we've gotten a lot of the shootouts so far on this stream, at least. So you guys have got to see some of them. Hopefully we get that one to be hole-in-one with some tailwind so we can try a bunker bump. I don't know about great content, but there's a few helpful things in there. Obviously, the main streamers like, you know, Spencer and Zach have all touched on different tours. I know Zach's got some really great shootout videos that are on his page, done tour by tour. Ooh, headwind. First time we've had this one in a headwind. All right, let's be smart here. No matter what, we want to go a little long. If anything. You know, I figured I didn't need that one top spin, but I didn't want to come up short and roll back down the hill again. So we took a chance, played quote-unquote smartly, made sure we stayed on top of the hill and see if our opponent hits an amazing shot or a mediocre shot and doesn't beat us. %, but that could be a lot of tournament forfeits. We also got a gold banner, so we know we can play. Perfect shot. Ball's on a good track. Oh, he beat us. That's not going to roll back down the hill. Oh, no, it did roll back down the hill. I thought it was going to roll around to the hole. The gamble paid off. Sometimes that's all you got to do. Just play the safe shot and make your opponent beat you. Oh, sure, bud. No problem. I don't really do the full-time stream like Spencer and some of those guys do. But when you guys ask, especially a lot of you are asking for the same thing, the same tour, I'll try to make adjustments and drop down to the tour you guys are looking at and try to provide a little... This is kind of just easier to have a conversation and shoot the holes than it is to talk 10 of you through the same 3 shootouts. Oh, this one in a tailwind. All right, let's try something here. Let's try it. Why not? All right, we missed great on purpose to try to give us a little more curl. Oh, we shorted it. That was a hair too much backspin. But we did give ourselves a chip on the fairway down the hill, so that might be makeable for us. I think we either needed a hair more overpower, which I was worried about going too far, or maybe a hair less backspin. It's really hard to tell on this one because you can't actually see where you landed on your replay. Derek, you're gonna I saw your thing a little late, Jeff. 4 would have probably been right. Yeah, I think 5 or whatever I did was a little aggressive. Oh, don't think our opponent put enough. But yeah, taking cheap shots at poor Eakin. It's terrible. All right, we're not going to give up the hole on this one. And hopefully that's right. Holy, great balls. Finger slip. And that was enough to make it miss. Wow. Holy crap. I hope he makes this bunker shot. He deserves to lose. Hit a good tee shot and get all up. Are you kidding me?
When innovation meets audio excellence, a revolution begins.
That's the beauty of streaming and having it up on the computer monitor. I can sit here and watch it again in slow motion.
You the ultimate sound experience, unlike any other. Experience true reality. Perfect sound, perfect reality.
Puh. I think it's just music. Man, we need to get this off of here. This is the old music, but it's better than what we've been listening to. Well, at least you guys get to see another shootout. One that we shouldn't be in. We'll be extra upset if we lose it, knowing there was no business in going to a shootout on that one. Alright, I doubt Nick's going to mess up 2 in a row, so we need to make sure we get this one close. Not a terrible win for this hole. Is he actually going to hit this shot with the cat instead of with the long iron? I feel like he is. I could see that. You know, we haven't tried that. We've been playing it the old way with the long iron. Maybe he's on to something. Play it further up, backspin, lands close to the hole. Huh. Yeah, that's actually not a terrible idea. Unless you got a strong tailwind. Yeah, let's try to... Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work for us. B52 goes too far up. I don't think we have the backspin. Let's do 3 and 3. I don't know. Did he win? Or did we win? Pretty close. Oh, narrowly. Narrow victory. But victory nonetheless. And Nick doesn't want to play again. Yeah, the one thing that the Hammerhead's not particularly good at is backspin. I think it's only got, well, I guess it's close to snipers. I think it's just less than snipers. Strong enough headwind, that probably would have been a fine shot. But when you got the max B52 and the ball guide, you don't have to feel any kind of way about hitting that shot with it. Putt Pirates again. Old Putt Pirates. Maybe Putt Pirates will get one tonight. Oh, I was going to say, if it's tailwind, we're zerking it. I don't care if it bones us in the shootout. But, nope. Him and his turkey balls. Yeah, you don't have to use the monkey. It's definitely in the rough. But we won't be getting over, so whatever. Alright, now, instead of having to use a ton of overpower on these kind of shots, I like to come back. Go, we don't really need to go with the left spin because of that. You know, get it down there. You know, just let the topspin, let it roll out. The headwind's going to help check up the topspin, so it's not going to go crazy. And then, you know, you're being a little more accurate. Now, granted, we could have overpowered that when it got closer, but since neither of us are going to reach, there's really no point. And honestly, I would rather be in max B52 range than thorn range for the third shot. That ball guide coming up and down the hill. Yeah, I see the turkey ball sit low, but turkey ball is not going to prevail this time. No, turkey ball really didn't prevail. I don't know why he did that. He was not out of it by any means. He could have hit a really good third shot, got on the green and tied that hole. Never do that. Never give up on a hole so easily after just a tee shot. There was really no reason for it. Oh, we said we played till we got back to max, and okay, well, we'll see if we can't beat the Steelers fan, and then we'll call it a night. Oh, good. We got a new hole. We hadn't seen it. Oh, with headwind. Lame. When I was messing around before the stream, I got this hole with like a 10-mile-per-hour tailwind. I did the full hook shot and got down to the second fairway with a nice chance at the Albie. Didn't make it, but it was a nice chance. Not with this garbage, though. Not with this garbage. This wind is garbage. Well, honestly, I still think we might have to play the full hook here. Ho, 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 ho. Narrowly, but he's in good shape. If we don't land in the fairway, we will not be. Yep, there's no way we'll get enough curl going. Wow, that wind's holding that up. I was actually worried that I held it too close to the left, but that wind held it up nicely. We'll have a little bit better angle to go with the green too, I think. Thanks, Jeff. It's really the only way to play that hole with not helping wind and Thor hammer. Yeah, it's just one of those things. When you have a club that doesn't have a lot of curl, you're going to learn how to play that shot. Or you're not going to survive long. Our opponent had a very nice shot. He's on the green. So now the best we can hope for is a shootout, because Albie from our current position is unlikely. We probably got a little carried away with the amount of side spin we put on that. You know, side spin combo curl. A little overzealous. The wind didn't affect it that much. Damn great balls tonight. Still get in there. And ability to hit the perfect is a killer. We got lucky. That was a close no side wind shot with a super accurate end bringer. I haven't seen this one in a while. Huh. Didn't adjust for enough wind. We landed way too high up. That's not gonna win. I should have landed just over that last hump. Should have adjusted probably another ring and a little less curl. You know, I've always seen a lot of people bounce down there low with a wood, kind of like he's about to do, with some very mixed results. You know, a couple inside of 2-yarders. I've seen a few outside of 10-yarders. I'm not sure which one we're about to get right here, but yeah, it's going to be pretty close, but I think we edged him out. Yep. He just didn't have enough to get back down that hill. Needed more curl right there, bud. Go Ravens. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care about the Ravens. All right, guys. That's going to do it for tonight. Yeah, hopefully we left you guys with some shots, some thoughts about how to play some of the holes. Some good and not good shootouts. You know, copy my good ones and learn from my bad ones. Obviously, if anybody has any questions, shoot me a PM. If you're not in one of the chats that all of us are already in, and you know, I'll work on any particular holes one-on-one. This is just kind of a brief overview of the new Tour 11 from the third tee boxes with the new holes mixed in, and just a general way of going around trying to play them. Sean, I got tons of Tour 10 tutorial stuff. If you scroll back, you know, there was so much Tour 10 outcry from people that I did Tour 10 again. Damn it, yes, still Tour 10s. I mean, you just go through the videos, and the more ridiculous the header, the later on it was. So if you're going back to the earliest one, it probably just says Tour 10. The last one's probably something like, what the fuck, Tour 10 still? Damn it. Oh, sure, no problem there, bud. I got you guys. All right, everybody have a good night, and I will talk to you guys later.